So after owning 4 Challengers, I'm going to talk about my personal experience on differences with jumping from the V6 to the RT, which is the smaller V8 version. But over the years, I've owned a 6-cylinder, the 2014 SXT, 2014 RT, SRT 392, and now the 2017 Hellcat. And the first topic is fuel consumption. It's not that big of a difference between the SXT to the RT. It's very minimal. Like if I filled up Monday, my tank on the RT would probably last till Thursday. The V6, it would last me about a day longer. So it's really not that big of a deal. The SXT is rated 18 city, I believe, and 30 highway. And the RT is rated 15 city and 25 highway. And after owning both cars, I can honestly tell you that it should not deter you from making your decision when choosing between the two. Oh, and both cars use 87. I mean, a lot of people like to put 91, 89, 91 on their RTs. I think the manual does require 91. I'm not really sure because the cars I own were auto, but on the manual, they both required 87, so I put 87. The next point that I want to talk about is differences in insurance for both cars. And believe it or not, after owning both cars, there was 0 difference with my premiums. 150 for a 23-year-old with a clean record, and I upgraded 4 months later to the RT, and I was expecting my premiums to jump. It stayed exactly the same, which surprised me, to be quite honest. But reading forums online, Reddit or Challenger Talk or whatever, people do talk about how the reason why they don't want to buy the V8 is because the V6 insurance is lower. Personally, from my experience, it made 0 difference. But after owning the Hellcat and the SRT 392, my insurance did go up by a bit, but not by much. And lastly is maintenance costs. Now, I owned the V6 for only several months, so I didn't really get to experience the full spectrum of maintenance costs with that vehicle. But with the RT, I did own that for several years, so I had to obviously change the oil a bunch of times and change the wheels as well. 2 biggest differences between both cars is the sizing of the wheels and the amount of oil you're going to put into the engine. The 5.7 Hemi is obviously a little bit bigger than the 3.6 Pentastar, so the amount of oil you put into that one is going to be a little bit more than the 6-cylinder. But other than that, not that big of a difference. They both use 5W20, and if you take your car to an oil change center, they're going to charge you a little bit more than the V6. But other than that, not that big of a difference. So there you have it, you guys. Those are the 3 biggest topics that people love to talk about when making decisions with either purchasing the V6 or the V8. These are my personal experiences. There might be other people who did the same exact thing that I did, and theirs might vary. But I hope you guys liked the video, and if you have any questions, please leave it down below. And I'll see you guys next time.